Today was beautiful for areas of western Newfoundland. You can see the time lapse there from Corner Brook. For eastern areas, it was equally as nice, although not quite as nice to start. There's a time lapse from the Royal Newfoundland Yacht Club, and you can see we had plenty of sunshine today, and that sunshine allowed temperatures to soar into the upper teens, lower into the mid-20s across the island, and that did allow a record to be set in St. John's, likely elsewhere too. We'll talk about those later, but first, tonight's forecast sponsor I must thank, which is Heat Pump Solutions. Visit heatpumpsolutions.ca to learn more about the products and services offered. Heat Pump Solutions serves the Avalon and Burin Peninsulas. Temperatures today soared into the upper teens and low 20s for most of Newfoundland. Some areas even got to the mid-20s. Again, there were likely some record highs today, but the one I want to talk about is St. John's. 22.4 today was the high, which is almost a record high for the day. But that is important because today marks our 80th day of 2025 with the high of at least 20 degrees, which is a new record. And that breaks the tie we had with 2012 and 2022 for the last couple of weeks at 79 days. Now, this warm shot is going to be kind of short-lived because you look at Labrador and it doesn't look like it's a cool day in Labrador. Temperatures there today into the upper teens and low 20s, but that does not tell the whole story. This does. Look at the temperatures as of 4:21. You can see it's 9 degrees in Churchill Falls, 9 degrees in Cartwright, still mid to upper teens in the southeast. That's where that warm air is going to hold on longest. And as we take a look at the forecast for tonight, look at those readings near 1 degree in the north and the west, a little warmer in the east and the southeast. And then tomorrow we don't recover much. We're looking at the potential for some flurries in parts of Lab West come the second half of the day tomorrow, and we might even see some accumulating snow tomorrow night into Saturday for parts of Lab West. We'll touch on that in the next couple of minutes as I wrap up this forecast for you. Now, future radar cloud cover showing what the setup is. Cold front in Labrador. Warm air to the south of that front over the island, allowing temperatures today to be warm. Tomorrow they're going to be kind of warm as well, but tomorrow morning we're waking up to showers or rain for western Newfoundland, the northern peninsula, Burin Peninsula, Avalon Peninsula, potentially around the Bonavista Peninsula as well. By midday, those showers are from Lake Gander to Clarenville to the Harbor Breton area and onto the Avalon, and also still ongoing for areas of the west coast, Port-au-Port Peninsula, and the northern peninsula. That cold front slowly works eastward tomorrow afternoon, and that will begin to take some of the rain showers with it, but the cool air gets ushered in behind the front. So tonight, temperatures are going to be on the mild side still ahead of the front. For the day tomorrow, you look at this and you think, oh, it's going to be a pretty nice day. Eddie's talking about the cold front. Eddie, why are you saying it's going to get cold? Well, as we look at future temperatures tomorrow, that will tell a bit of a different story. Here we go. Those are your temperatures hour by hour. Tomorrow morning we wake up, it's pretty mild. As we go throughout the day tomorrow, watch what happens first. On the west coast by midday, it's down to 12, 15 in St. John, 16 in Old by then. Temperatures for eastern areas may again climb to the middle and upper teens tomorrow, dare I say close to 20. But by 6 o'clock, it's 20 in Gander, it's 12 in Grand Falls, Windsor, it's 12 in Millertown, it's 6 degrees in St. Anthony, and that cooler air sweeps across much of the island by midnight tomorrow night, and if not by tomorrow night, then certainly by Saturday morning. That's the cool air coming from Labrador. Now, I mentioned snow. Look at this. We have flurries in the forecast for parts of Labrador come tomorrow morning, and those flurries begin to get a little more widespread in areas of eastern Quebec tomorrow evening, and that little band of snow begins to move eastward, and by midnight tomorrow night, areas of western Labrador, eastern Quebec, northern parts of western Labrador, mainly the high terrain, are seeing some wet snow, and that will likely continue into Saturday morning before we see that wet snow mixing with rain showers during the latter part of Saturday as temperatures get a little bit warmer. Now, we're not talking about significant snow accumulation for most areas, but we are talking about potentially some accumulation mainly in the hills. As you see there, 1-2 centimeters certainly possible. You do see some darker colors showing up on the screen there, but again, those are limited to the higher terrain. As we zoom into the Lab City Wabush area, you'll notice you can really see on the terrain where the snow is going to be. So Wabush, sure, we may pick up a couple centimeters of snow. In Wabush, we might pick up a trace to a centimeter. Lab City, likely the same. It's the hills where we see potentially a couple centimeters of kind of slushy, wet snow Friday night into early Saturday. On the island, look at that. We're also seeing the potential for a little bit of snow, but again, that's in the highest elevations of Grossmore National Park. And as we zoom in to the Norris Point area, what I want to draw your attention to is, sure, you might be able to see the snow in the peaks, but in the lower elevations, in the valleys, maybe a bit of grapple, but I'm not expecting any snow. If we are going to see it, it's going to be limited to the highest terrain. And that is the big story as we kind of work our way into the weekend, the cooler temperatures coming in as well. So here's your weekend forecast. For the island, mid-teens, low teens Saturday, not much better Sunday, but even with the cooler air, we should see a bit of sunshine for most areas both Saturday and Sunday, although it will be on the breezy side. Into Labrador, there's your forecast Saturday and Sunday, a bit warmer on Sunday after the kind of preview of fall, if you will, between Friday and Saturday. But that being said, it is almost October, so snow in Labrador is not to be unexpected this time of year. If you haven't gotten the app, you can certainly do so. The easiest way to do that is to simply search for Sheer Weather in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, SHEERR, and if you can't find it, visit the website, sheerweather.ca. Best places to find it. Get all my latest updates right in the app and also on the website. Have a very, very good Thursday evening, and my next update will be